Beloved soul, this message has found you at exactly the right moment. Not by chance, not by accident, but by divine appointment. What I am about to share with you will shift something deep within your spirit, and if you are ready to receive it, your life will never be the same again. You have been walking through a valley that seemed endless, carrying burdens that felt too heavy, and wondering if relief would ever come. Today, I am here to tell you that your season of suffering has officially ended. The weight you have been carrying is being lifted right now as you read these words. Type Amen if you are ready to receive this breakthrough. This is not another temporary relief or a brief pause before the next storm. This is a permanent shift in your reality. The universe has been watching you, tracking every tear, counting every sleepless night, and measuring your endurance. And the conclusion has been reached that you have passed through enough. You have learned what you needed to learn. You have grown in ways you may not even recognize yet. And now, the door to your suffering is being closed and locked behind you. You will not return to that place again. I need you to understand something crucial right now. The pain you experienced was never meant to destroy you. It was designed to develop you, to prepare you for something greater than you could imagine while you were in the middle of it. Every moment of struggle was shaping your character, strengthening your spirit, and qualifying you for the blessings that are about to flood into your life. The version of you that enters this new season is not the same person who entered the last one. You have been transformed through the fire, and what emerges now is pure gold. You may have felt forgotten during your darkest hours. You may have questioned whether anyone saw you, whether anyone cared, whether your prayers were even being heard. But I want you to know that not a single moment of your pain went unnoticed. Every time you chose to keep going when everything in you wanted to quit, that was recorded. Every time you chose faith over fear, hope over despair, that was noted. And now, the rewards for your perseverance are being released into your life. Type 777 if you believe this word is for you. What you are about to experience is not just an improvement in your circumstances. It is a complete renovation of your life. The relationships that drained you will either transform or fade away. The situations that kept you stuck will suddenly resolve themselves. The doors that were closed will begin to open. The resources that were withheld will start flowing toward you. This is not something you have to make happen through effort or struggle. This is something that is happening to you, for you, because of you, and in spite of everything that tried to stop you. There is a lightness coming into your spirit that you have not felt in years. You will wake up one morning soon and realize that the anxiety that greeted you every day is gone. The fear that followed you like a shadow has disappeared. The depression that colored everything gray is lifting. In its place, you will feel something you almost forgot existed: peace. Real peace. Not the fragile kind that depends on everything going right, but the deep, unshakable kind that remains steady even when challenges arise. The truth is that you have already won. The battle that seemed like it would never end has already been decided in your favor. What you are experiencing now is simply the manifestation of a victory that was secured long ago. The enemy tried to convince you that you were losing, that you were defeated, that there was no way out. But that was a lie designed to make you surrender before you could see the breakthrough. You did not surrender. You held on. And now you get to see what happens to those who refuse to give up. Type yes if you are ready to receive everything that has been prepared for you. I am opening your eyes to see opportunities that have always been there, but were hidden from your view. I am opening your ears to hear guidance that will lead you step by step into your purpose. I am opening your heart to receive love, joy, and abundance in ways that will surprise you. You are not going to have to search desperately for these things. They are going to find you because you are finally vibrating at the frequency that attracts them. You have been living in a state of lack for so long that abundance might feel uncomfortable at first. You have been in survival mode for so long that rest might feel strange. You have been preparing for disaster for so long that peace might seem suspicious. But I need you to adjust your expectations. Get ready for things to go right. Get ready for problems to solve themselves. Get ready for help to come from unexpected places. Get ready for your life to start working in your favor instead of against you. There is something powerful that happens when a person reaches the end of their endurance and still chooses faith. That choice creates a shift in the spiritual realm that cannot be undone. It activates forces that begin working on your behalf in ways you cannot see. It alerts heaven to your situation and releases intervention. You reached that point, and you made that choice. And now, the results of that choice are materializing in your physical reality. What was invisible is becoming visible. What was promised is becoming actual. Listen carefully because this is important. The struggle you went through was not punishment, it was preparation. You were not being held back. You were being held until the right time. Everything that seemed like a delay was actually perfect timing. You were not ready before for what you are ready for now. The blessings that are coming would have crushed the old version of you. But the new version of you, the one that was forged in the fire, can handle what is about to be released. Type 1111 to align yourself with this divine timing. You are entering a phase of rapid transformation, where things that took years to develop will happen in months. Relationships that normally take time to build will form quickly. Opportunities that usually require extensive networking will present themselves without effort. Resources that typically demand sacrifice will appear as gifts. This is called acceleration, and it is a sign that you are in a season of divine favor. Have you ever wondered why some people seem to attract wealth effortlessly, while others work hard and barely survive? Neuroscientists have discovered that it is not about effort or education or even opportunity. It is about a specific brainwave pattern that most people never activate. This discovery came from classified research that was never meant to be public. But one researcher decided that this information was too important to keep hidden. They developed a simple 7-second ritual based on this research that is now changing lives around the world. People who were drowning in debt are now living debt-free. People who could not afford basic needs are now taking luxury vacations. This is not theory. This is documented reality backed by 4 independent neuroscience laboratories. But the page sharing this information keeps getting taken down. If you see the link in the description or comments, click it now before it disappears again. Your mind is powerful beyond your current understanding. The thoughts you think consistently create the reality you experience continuously. This is not positive thinking philosophy. This is quantum physics. Your brain emits frequencies that interact with the field of infinite possibilities around you. When your frequency matches the frequency of what you desire, attraction happens naturally. The problem is that most people have been conditioned into frequency patterns that attract struggle, lack, and limitation. But those patterns can be changed, and when they change, everything changes. You are being recalibrated right now. The frequency of suffering is being replaced with the frequency of peace. The vibration of lack is being replaced with the vibration of abundance. The signal of confusion is being replaced with the signal of clarity. This is why you will begin to notice that your life circumstances shift without you doing anything dramatically different. It is not the actions that changed. It is the frequency behind the actions that changed. And that makes all the difference. There is a version of your life that already exists in the realm of possibility. In that version, you are healthy, whole, abundant, joyful, and fulfilled. That version is not a fantasy. It is a potential reality that is waiting for your frequency to match it. Every time you choose a thought of hope instead of despair, you move closer to that frequency. Every time you speak words of faith instead of fear, you tune into that channel. Every time you act from belief instead of doubt, you step into that reality. And here is what most people do not understand. You do not have to have it all figured out. You do not have to see the entire path. You do not have to know how everything will work out. You just have to take the next step in front of you with trust. That is all. One step at a time, guided by inner knowing rather than outer evidence. And as you take each step, the next one becomes clear. The path forms under your feet as you walk. This is how faith works. This is how miracles happen. Type 2222 if you are committed to walking by faith and not by sight. The life you have been dreaming of is not far away. It is not waiting for you to become someone different or do something extraordinary. It is waiting for you to accept that you are already worthy of it. Your worthiness is not based on your performance. It is based on your existence. You were born worthy. You were created deserving. Nothing you have done or failed to do has changed that fundamental truth. But somewhere along the way, you were taught to believe otherwise. You were taught that you have to earn love, prove your value, justify your existence. And that belief has kept you in a cycle of striving and struggling and never feeling like you are enough. Today, that cycle breaks. Today, you remember the truth. You are enough exactly as you are. You always have been. You always will be. And from this place of enoughness, everything you need flows to you naturally. The people who told you that you were not enough were wrong. They were speaking from their own wounds, their own fears, their own limitations. But their words had power because you gave them power by believing them. Today, you take that power back. You withdraw your agreement with every lie that has been spoken over you. You cancel every contract you made with limitation. You revoke every permission you gave to fear, and you reclaim your original identity as a blessed, beloved, powerful being. This is not arrogance. This is truth. You are not better than anyone else, but you are also not less than anyone else. You are equal in worth to every human who has ever lived. And when you truly grasp this, you stop competing, comparing, and trying to prove yourself. You simply be yourself. And your authentic self is magnetic. It attracts the right people, the right opportunities, the right circumstances without effort or manipulation. You have spent so much energy trying to be what others expected you to be, trying to fit into molds that were never designed for you, trying to follow paths that were never meant for your feet, and that is why everything felt so hard. You were working against your own nature. You were resisting your own design. But now, you are being released to be who you actually are. And you will discover that being yourself is the easiest thing you have ever done. Type Amen if you are ready to stop pretending and start being real. There is a freedom that comes with authenticity that nothing else can provide. When you stop performing, you stop exhausting yourself. When you stop hiding, you stop isolating yourself. When you stop pretending, you stop attracting people and situations that only relate to your mask, and you start attracting people and situations that relate to your truth. This is when life becomes fulfilling instead of draining. The new season you are entering values your authenticity above your accomplishments. It rewards your presence more than your productivity. It celebrates who you are more than what you do. This might feel strange at first because you have been conditioned to believe that your value comes from your output. But you are being retrained. You are learning that you are valuable simply because you exist. And the more you rest in this truth, the more your life will reflect it back to you. You are also going to discover that you have gifts and abilities you never knew existed. The struggle you went through was crushing false identities and exposing your true essence. And your true essence contains capacities that have been dormant until now. They are waking up. You will find yourself knowing things you were never taught, doing things you never practiced, creating things you never planned. This is your original programming activating. This is who you were before the world told you who to be. Trust these emerging abilities. Do not dismiss them as coincidence or imagination. They are real and they are yours. They have always been yours, but you could not access them while you were in survival mode. Survival mode shuts down everything except basic functioning. But you are no longer in survival mode. You are in creation mode. And in creation mode, your full potential comes online. Type 777 to activate your hidden potential. There are things you are going to accomplish in this next season that will surprise even you. You will look back and wonder how you did it, but you will not be able to fully explain it. That is because it was not just you doing it. It was you in partnership with the divine. It was you allowing yourself to be a channel for something greater than yourself. And when you operate as a channel, things flow through you that do not originate from you. This is called inspiration, and it is the secret to effortless achievement. The old way of achieving was through force, discipline, and willpower. And those things have their place, but they are exhausting when they are your only tools. The new way of achieving is through alignment, inspiration, and flow. When you are aligned with your purpose, inspired by your vision and flowing with divine timing, work does not feel like work. It feels like play. It feels like joy. It feels like the most natural thing in the world. And the results come faster and easier than they ever did through struggle. You are being taught a new way to live, a way that does not depend on striving and stressing, a way that trusts in guidance and timing, a way that values rest as much as action. This way might seem too simple, too easy, too good to be true. But that is only because you have been taught that life is supposed to be hard. You have been taught that if you are not struggling, you are not doing it right. But that teaching is a lie that keeps people stuck in unnecessary suffering. The truth is that life is supposed to be good. You are supposed to experience joy, peace, love, and abundance. These are not rewards for suffering. These are your birthright. These are the natural conditions of a life lived in alignment with truth. And when you step into alignment, these conditions manifest automatically. You do not have to chase them. You do not have to earn them. You just have to allow them. Type yes if you are ready to allow goodness into your life. Many people struggle to allow goodness because they feel guilty. They look at the suffering in the world and feel like they do not deserve to be happy when others are hurting. But this thinking is flawed. Your suffering does not reduce anyone else's suffering. Your lack does not create abundance for anyone else. In fact, the opposite is true. When you are suffering and lacking, you have nothing to give. But when you are joyful and abundant, you become a source of blessing to everyone around you. You inspire others. You encourage others. You support others. Your overflow becomes their supply. So choosing happiness is not selfish. It is strategic. It positions you to be a greater blessing to the world. It allows you to fulfill your purpose with energy and enthusiasm instead of depletion and dread. It makes you a light in dark places instead of another shadow adding to the darkness. This is why you are being lifted out of your struggle, not just for your sake, but for the sake of everyone your life will touch in this next season. You have a purpose that is bigger than your pain. You have a destiny that is greater than your past. You have a calling that has been waiting for you to be ready to answer it. And now you are ready. The preparation is complete. The testing is over. The refinement is finished. What emerges now is the purified, empowered, purpose-driven version of you that the world has been waiting for. Do not shrink back from this. Do not doubt this. Do not delay this. Step forward into what you were created for. There will be people who do not understand this new version of you. They will question your choices. They will doubt your direction. They will criticize your confidence. Let them. Their understanding is not required for your progress. Their approval is not necessary for your success. Their agreement is not a condition of your breakthrough. You are being moved by a force they cannot see, guided by a wisdom they do not hear, and led toward a destination they cannot imagine. So their confusion is natural. Do not let it deter you. You will also encounter resistance from your own mind. Old thought patterns will try to reassert themselves. Familiar fears will try to reclaim their territory. Habitual doubts will try to convince you that nothing has really changed. But you will recognize these voices for what they are. They are echoes of the past trying to haunt your present. They have no power except what you give them, and you are no longer giving them power. Type 1010 to break agreement with every limiting thought. Instead, you are giving power to the truth. The truth that you are loved beyond measure. The truth that you are capable beyond your current evidence. The truth that you are destined for greatness regardless of where you started. These truths are rewriting your internal programming. They are creating new neural pathways in your brain. They are establishing new beliefs in your subconscious. And as these new beliefs take root, your external reality will reorganize itself to match them. This is how transformation works. It starts on the inside and works its way out. You do not change your life by changing your circumstances. You change your life by changing your mind. And when your mind changes, your circumstances have no choice but to follow. This is a universal law. It is as reliable as gravity, and you are about to see it prove itself in your experience. Things that seemed stuck for years will suddenly shift. Problems that seemed permanent will suddenly solve. Limitations that seemed absolute will suddenly dissolve. Why? Because you changed, not your situation, you. And because you changed, your situation has to change to match the new you. It is not magic. It is mechanics. It is the way reality is structured. Your outer world is always a reflection of your inner world. So when your inner world transforms, your outer world has no choice but to transform with it. And that is exactly what is happening right now. You are transforming from the inside out, and your life is about to reflect that transformation in visible, tangible, undeniable ways. Get ready for things to start working out. Get ready for doors to open. Get ready for connections to form. Get ready for resources to appear. Get ready for ideas to come. Get ready for clarity to emerge. Get ready for energy to return. Get ready for joy to rise. Get ready for peace to settle. Get ready for love to find you. Get ready because your new life is not coming. It is here. It is now. It is available. All you have to do is step into it. Type Amen if you are stepping into your new reality right now. And as you step into it, you will notice that you feel different, not just emotionally, but physically. The tension that lived in your shoulders will release. The knot that sat in your stomach will untie. The heaviness that pressed on your chest will lift. Your body has been holding your stress, your fear, your pain. But as those things leave your mind and heart, they will also leave your body. You will feel lighter, freer, more energized. You will sleep better. You will breathe deeper. You will move easier. Healing is happening on every level of your being. Is there really a hidden brainwave that separates those who attract money from those who struggle financially? According to research connected to classified studies, the answer is yes. And a team of neuroscientists has developed a 7-second ritual that activates this brainwave. The results have been tested and verified by 4 independent laboratories. People from all walks of life are using this simple technique and experiencing financial transformations they never thought possible. They are paying off debt, buying homes, traveling the world, and living without the constant stress of financial pressure. But this information is controversial because it challenges everything we have been taught about money and success. The page sharing this method keeps getting removed, so if you see the link in the description or comments, click it immediately before access is blocked again. Your relationship with money is about to change. For too long, money has been a source of stress, anxiety, and limitation in your life. You have worried about it, struggled for it, and felt defeated by the lack of it. But money is not your enemy. Money is energy. And energy flows toward those who are in the right frequency to receive it. You have been in a frequency of lack, which repels money. But you are shifting into a frequency of abundance, which attracts money. And as this shift completes, you will notice that money starts coming to you in unexpected ways. You might receive a refund you forgot about. A debt might be forgiven. A new income opportunity might present itself. Someone might bless you out of nowhere. These are not coincidences. These are evidences that your financial frequency is changing. And the more you notice and appreciate these evidences, the stronger your new frequency becomes. Gratitude amplifies abundance. So every time something good happens financially, no matter how small, acknowledge it with gratitude. This tells the universe that you are ready for more. You are also being released from the guilt and shame that have been attached to your financial struggles. You have blamed yourself for not being smarter, not working harder, not doing better. But your financial situation was never just about your choices. It was also about your conditioning, your circumstances, your traumas, and your beliefs. And many of those things were established before you were old enough to choose them. So stop carrying guilt that does not belong to you. You did the best you could with what you knew and what you had. And now you know more and have more, so you will do better. Type 777 if you are ready to receive financial breakthrough. Money is coming to you now, not because you earned it through suffering, but because you are aligned with it through frequency. You are stepping into a season where provision flows naturally, where opportunities appear consistently, where increase happens progressively. You will not have to beg, manipulate, or compromise yourself to receive what you need. It will come to you because you are finally open to receive it without the blocks of unworthiness that used to deflect it. And it is not just money that is coming. It is also resources, connections, ideas, and favor. You are entering a season of supernatural provision where what you need shows up exactly when you need it, sometimes before you even know you need it. This is what it looks like to be in the flow of divine abundance. You stop worrying about how things will work out because you have seen enough evidence that they always do. You stop trying to control every detail because you trust the process. You stop living in fear of lack because you know that abundance is your natural state. This does not mean you will never face challenges. It means you will face challenges from a place of strength instead of desperation. It means you will have what you need to navigate difficulties instead of being crushed by them. It means problems will be temporary instead of permanent. And it means you will always have access to the resources required for your purpose. Provision follows purpose. When you are aligned with what you are meant to do, you will always have what you need to do it. So stop worrying about the how. Stop stressing about the when. Stop doubting the if. Your job is not to figure out the logistics. Your job is to stay in alignment, follow your guidance, and take the steps in front of you. The universe will handle the details. The divine will arrange the circumstances. The infinite will provide the resources. This is how co-creation works. You bring the willingness. Heaven brings the way. You bring the faith. Heaven brings the fulfillment. You bring the yes. Heaven brings the how. And you are learning to trust this partnership. You are learning that you do not have to do everything yourself. You are learning that struggle is not a requirement for success. You are learning that ease is available when you stop resisting it. This is a radical shift from how you used to operate. You used to believe that if you were not exhausted, you were not doing enough. But now you are discovering that exhaustion is a sign of misalignment, not dedication. When you are aligned, you can work hard without burning out. You can give generously without depleting yourself. You can serve powerfully without losing yourself. This is sustainable success. This is healthy achievement. This is what it looks like to build a life instead of just survive one. And you are building now. Every choice you make from alignment is laying a foundation. Every action you take from inspiration is adding a brick. Every word you speak from faith is setting a beam. You are constructing a reality that will support you, fulfill you, and bless everyone connected to you. Type Amen if you are committed to building a life of purpose and peace. You are also going to notice that your relationships improve. The people who were draining you will either change their behavior or drift out of your life. The people who are meant to support you will step forward and show themselves. New connections will form that feel easy, authentic, and mutually beneficial. You will no longer tolerate relationships that require you to shrink, perform, or betray yourself. You will value your peace too much to sacrifice it for acceptance. This might mean some people will be offended when you start setting boundaries. They will accuse you of changing, being selfish, or thinking you are better than them. But their offense is not your responsibility. Your responsibility is to honor yourself and protect your energy. People who truly love you will respect your boundaries. People who do not respect your boundaries do not truly love you. They love what you do for them, what you give them, what you allow them to take from you. But that is not love. That is use. And you are done being used. You are entering a season where your relationships are based on mutual respect, genuine care, and authentic connection. Where you give from overflow instead of obligation. Where you receive without guilt or suspicion. Where you can be yourself without fear of rejection. These are the relationships that will support your growth and celebrate your success. These are the relationships that will last because they are built on truth instead of need. And as your external relationships improve, so will your internal relationship with yourself. You are learning to be kind to yourself. To speak to yourself with compassion instead of criticism. To forgive yourself for past mistakes instead of punishing yourself endlessly. To celebrate your progress instead of focusing only on how far you still have to go. This shift in self-relationship is one of the most important transformations happening in your life right now. For too long, you have been your own worst enemy. You have judged yourself more harshly than you would ever judge anyone else. You have held yourself to standards you would never impose on another person. You have denied yourself grace you freely give to others, but this internal cruelty ends now. You are learning to treat yourself the way you treat people you love, with patience, with understanding, with encouragement, with forgiveness. And as you do this, you will discover that you have more energy, more creativity, more joy, and more peace. Type yes if you commit to being kind to yourself. Self-compassion is not self-indulgence. It is self-respect. It is recognizing that you are human, which means you are imperfect, limited, and still learning. It is giving yourself permission to make mistakes without making those mistakes mean something is wrong with you. It is understanding that failure is part of growth, not evidence of inadequacy. It is choosing to learn from your experiences instead of being defined by them. And as you become more compassionate with yourself, you will naturally become more compassionate with others. You will have more patience for their flaws because you have learned patience for your own. You will have more grace for their mistakes because you have learned grace for yours. You will have more understanding for their struggles because you have learned understanding for yours. This compassion will transform every relationship in your life. It will make you easier to be around, more pleasant to know, and safer to trust. You are becoming the kind of person people feel comfortable being real with. The kind of person who does not judge or condemn but listens and understands. The kind of person who does not fix or preach but supports and encourages. This is a powerful position to hold. It makes you a source of healing in a world full of hurt. It makes you a voice of hope in a culture of cynicism. It makes you a presence of peace in an atmosphere of chaos. And this is part of your purpose. You were refined through suffering so you could relate to the suffering of others and help them find their way through. Your pain was not pointless. It was preparation. You are now equipped with empathy, wisdom, and strength that can only come from lived experience. You do not just know about struggle theoretically. You know it personally. You have been in the valley. You have walked through the darkness. You have felt the despair. And you have found the way out. This makes you a credible guide for others who are still in the place you have left. They will listen to you because they can tell you understand. They will trust you because they can see you survived. They will follow you because they can sense you know the way. This is leadership, not the kind that demands followers, but the kind that attracts them naturally. Not the kind that needs a title, but the kind that earns respect. Not the kind that uses force, but the kind that inspires change. You are becoming this kind of leader, and you will be surprised by how many people will be drawn to you, helped by you, and transformed by you. Not because you are perfect, but because you are authentic. Not because you have all the answers, but because you are willing to share what you have learned. Not because you are superior, but because you are relatable. Type 1212 if you accept your role as a guide and light for others. You do not have to have everything figured out to help someone who is a few steps behind you. You do not have to be fully healed to offer healing. You do not have to be completely whole to be a source of wholeness. You just have to be a little further along the path and willing to reach back and help someone else take the next step. This is how transformation spreads. One person helps another, who helps another, who helps another. And slowly, the world changes. You are part of this ripple effect. Your breakthrough is not just for you. It is for everyone connected to you. Your family will benefit from your healing. Your friends will benefit from your growth. Your community will benefit from your transformation, because you will show up differently. You will contribute differently. You will influence differently. And the impact will extend far beyond what you can see or measure. Never underestimate the power of your personal transformation to transform the world around you. There is also a creative surge coming into your life. Ideas will begin flowing that have been blocked for years. Projects that felt impossible will suddenly feel doable. Expressions that were suppressed will demand to be released. You are entering a season of creation, and creation is one of the highest forms of healing. When you create, you channel the divine. You participate in the ongoing work of bringing new things into existence. You partner with the universe in making beauty, meaning, and value. Type 777 to activate your creative power. Do not dismiss the ideas that come to you as unimportant or unrealistic. Every major creation started as a thought in someone's mind that seemed impossible until it was manifested. Your ideas are not random. They are seeds of potential that have been planted in your consciousness. And if you nurture them with attention, belief, and action, they will grow into something real. Something valuable, something that blesses you and others. So pay attention to your ideas, write them down, explore them, give them space to develop. You have no idea which one might be the key to your next level. You are also being given the courage to try new things. For too long, fear has kept you playing small, staying safe and avoiding risk. But safety is an illusion, and playing small does not protect you from pain. It just guarantees you will never know your full potential. You are being called to step outside your comfort zone, to try things you have never tried, to go places you have never gone, to meet people you have never met, to explore possibilities you have never considered. This is where growth happens. This is where breakthroughs occur. This is where life gets exciting. Yes, stepping outside your comfort zone is uncomfortable. That is why it is called a comfort zone. But discomfort is not the same as danger. You can be uncomfortable and safe at the same time. And temporary discomfort is the price of permanent growth. So do not let fear of discomfort keep you from your destiny. Embrace the awkwardness. Welcome the uncertainty. Accept the vulnerability. These feelings are signs that you are growing, not dying. You are expanding, not failing. You are becoming, not breaking. And you will discover that you are far more capable than you ever believed. The stories you told yourself about your limitations were lies based on old experiences and outdated beliefs. But you are not that person anymore. You have grown. You have changed. You have developed capacities you did not have before. So what was impossible for the old you is possible for the new you. Do not let your past define your potential. You are not who you were. You are who you are becoming. And who you are becoming is unlimited. Type Amen if you are ready to step into your unlimited potential. The universe is responding to your readiness. Opportunities are lining up. Doors are preparing to open. People are being positioned to help you. Resources are being mobilized to support you. Everything is conspiring in your favor because you have finally reached the frequency where favor flows naturally. You are no longer pushing against life. You are flowing with it. And when you flow with life, life flows with you. This does not mean everything will be easy. It means everything will be worth it. You will still face challenges, but they will be challenges that grow you instead of break you. You will still encounter obstacles, but they will be obstacles that redirect you instead of stop you. You will still experience setbacks, but they will be setbacks that set you up for comebacks. Because you are no longer a victim of your circumstances. You are a co-creator of your reality, and co-creators do not get defeated by temporary difficulties. They use them as feedback and fuel for greater success. You are also learning to celebrate small wins instead of only acknowledging major milestones. Every step forward is progress. Every lesson learned is growth. Every fear faced is victory. You do not have to wait until you reach some distant goal to feel proud of yourself. You can feel proud right now for how far you have come. You can celebrate today for the progress you have made. You can honor yourself in this moment for the strength you have shown. This practice of celebration will keep your energy high and your motivation strong. Too many people delay happiness until they achieve something big, but happiness delayed is happiness denied. And a life without celebration is a life without joy. So find reasons to celebrate every day. Did you get out of bed when you did not feel like it? Celebrate. Did you choose a healthy thought over a toxic one? Celebrate. Did you take one small step toward your goal? Celebrate. These small celebrations accumulate into a mindset of gratitude and positivity that transforms your entire experience of life. And positivity is not naive. It is strategic. Positive people are not ignoring reality. They are choosing which aspect of reality to focus on. Every situation contains both good and bad, positive and negative, beauty and ugliness. Negative people focus on the bad and call it realism. Positive people focus on the good and call it optimism. But both are selective attention. Neither is seeing the full picture. The difference is that focusing on the negative makes you feel worse and attracts more negativity. Focusing on the positive makes you feel better and attracts more positivity. So positivity is not about denying problems. It is about empowering solutions. You are becoming a person who sees possibilities instead of just problems, who focuses on what can go right instead of only what can go wrong, who believes in potential instead of being limited by patterns. This shift in perspective is one of the most powerful changes you will ever make, because your perspective creates your experience. Two people can go through the exact same situation and have completely different experiences based solely on how they perceive it. One sees disaster, the other sees opportunity. One sees loss, the other sees liberation. One sees the end, the other sees a new beginning. What are you seeing in your current situation? Are you focused on what you lost or what you gained? Are you thinking about what went wrong or what is going right? Are you dwelling on the pain of the past or the possibility of the future? Your answer to these questions will determine how you feel and what you attract. So choose your focus carefully. Not because you are denying reality, but because you are selecting which reality to empower with your attention. Type yes if you choose to focus on possibility and positivity. There is also a supernatural dimension to what is happening in your life right now. This is not just psychology or personal development. This is divine intervention. There are forces at work on your behalf that you cannot see with physical eyes. Angels are being assigned. Doors are being opened. Paths are being cleared. Enemies are being confused. Favor is being released. Miracles are being arranged. You are not doing this alone. You have help from realms beyond the physical, and that help is active, powerful, and effective. How does a brain ritual that takes 7 seconds create financial change? Research linked to classified studies suggests specific brainwave frequencies align with wealth attraction. This method, now verified by 4 neuroscience labs, is being used by thousands to shift from financial stress to financial freedom. People are reporting unexpected income, debt relief, new opportunities, and lifestyle improvements that seemed impossible before. They are moving into homes they only dreamed of, driving cars they thought were out of reach, and taking vacations they never thought they could afford. But this information is being suppressed by those who benefit from keeping people in financial struggle. The page sharing this technique keeps disappearing. If you see the link in the description or comments, act now before it is removed again. Miracles are not violations of natural law. They are the application of higher laws that most people do not understand or access. You are gaining access to these higher laws through your increased frequency, your deepened faith, and your aligned action. And as you access these laws, you will see results that seem impossible from a purely physical perspective. Things will work out in ways that defy logic. Solutions will appear that were not available before. Help will come from sources you never expected. This is the miraculous dimension of life, and it is available to everyone who vibrates at the frequency of belief. But belief is not just mental agreement. It is a state of being. It is living as if what you hope for is already true. It is acting on guidance before you see evidence. It is making decisions based on faith rather than fear. This kind of belief creates a magnetic field around you that attracts the manifestation of what you believe. It is not magic. It is metaphysics. It is the science of how consciousness creates reality, and you are mastering this science whether you realize it or not. Every time you choose faith over fear, you strengthen your creative power. Every time you speak life over death, you activate your authority. Every time you act on inspired guidance, you participate in miracles. This is your true identity. You are not a victim of circumstances. You are a creator of experiences. You are not subject to randomness. You are a co-author of your story. You are not powerless in the face of challenges. You are powerful beyond measure when you align with your source, and your source is infinite. There is no lack in the realm of spirit. There is only abundance, wholeness, and possibility. When you connect to your source, you tap into this infinite supply. You are no longer limited by what is visible in the physical world. You have access to resources, ideas, and solutions that exist in the invisible realm. And as you draw from this realm through faith, what is invisible becomes visible. What is potential becomes actual. What is spiritual becomes material. This is manifestation. This is creation. This is your birthright as a spiritual being having a human experience. So stop living as if you are only human. You are human, but you are not only human. You are also spirit, and your spirit has capacities that your human mind cannot fully comprehend. Your spirit can know things without being told. Your spirit can create things without physical resources. Your spirit can heal things without medical intervention. Your spirit can attract things without physical effort. When you learn to live from your spirit instead of just your mind and body, you access levels of power that most people never experience. This is what it means to be spiritually awakened. It is not about religion or rituals. It is about recognizing your true nature and learning to operate from it. It is about shifting your identity from limited human to unlimited spirit. It is about remembering who you really are beneath all the conditioning, trauma, and false beliefs. And you are remembering. The struggle you went through stripped away the false layers. It revealed what is real. It exposed what is true. And now you are living from that truth instead of from the lies you were taught. Type 777 to affirm your spiritual awakening. You are awake now. You see what you could not see before. You understand what you did not understand before. You access what you could not access before. And this awakening will continue to deepen as you move forward. You will have more insights, more revelations, more moments of clarity. Your spiritual eyes will continue to open. Your spiritual ears will continue to attune. Your spiritual senses will continue to sharpen. And the more awake you become, the more powerfully you will create your reality. This is not about becoming someone new. It is about becoming more fully yourself. Your true self is already whole, already worthy, already powerful. It does not need to be improved or fixed. It only needs to be remembered and expressed. And that is what is happening. You are shedding the false identities that were imposed on you. You are releasing the limiting beliefs that were programmed into you. You are breaking free from the patterns that were modeled for you. And as all of that falls away, what remains is your authentic self in all its glory. Your authentic self is beautiful. It is creative. It is loving. It is powerful. It is wise. It is joyful. It is peaceful. It is abundant. It is free. This is who you really are. This is who you have always been beneath the wounds and the fears and the defenses. And this is who you are becoming in your conscious awareness and your lived experience. The gap between who you are and who you think you are is closing. Soon, they will be one and the same. And when that alignment is complete, there will be no limit to what you can create, experience, and become. You are also being given the gift of discernment. You will know who to trust and who to avoid. You will sense what opportunities are aligned and which ones are distractions. You will feel what decisions are right and which ones are wrong. This inner knowing is your spiritual guidance system, and it is becoming more accurate and more accessible. Learn to trust it, even when it does not make logical sense, even when others question it, even when you cannot explain it. Your inner knowing is connected to a wisdom that transcends human understanding. It sees what your eyes cannot see. It hears what your ears cannot hear. It knows what your mind cannot know. This discernment will protect you from many problems and lead you toward many blessings. It will help you avoid people who would hurt you. It will help you recognize opportunities that would help you. It will help you make decisions that align with your highest good. So cultivate this gift. Pay attention to your intuition. Notice what you feel in your body when you are around certain people or considering certain choices. Your body knows truth. It reacts to alignment with peace and to misalignment with tension. Learn to read these signals. They are guidance from your higher self. You are entering a season where you will need this discernment more than ever, because you will have more options than you have had before, more opportunities, more invitations, more possibilities, and not all of them will be right for you. Some will be distractions designed to pull you off course. Some will be tests to see if you have truly changed. Some will be temptations to return to old patterns. But your discernment will help you navigate all of this with wisdom and clarity. You will know what to say yes to and what to say no to. And your choices will reflect your growth and your alignment. Type Amen if you trust your inner guidance. You are also going to experience moments of profound peace that seem to come from nowhere. You will be in the middle of an ordinary day and suddenly feel a wave of deep contentment wash over you. This is not random. This is your spirit settling into its true home. This is your soul recognizing that it is safe, seen, and loved. This is your being relaxing into the truth of who you are. These moments are gifts. Receive them with gratitude. Let them anchor you in the reality that all is well even when everything is not perfect. Peace does not require perfect circumstances. It is available in the midst of chaos. It is accessible in the middle of uncertainty. It is present even when problems exist, because peace is not the absence of trouble. It is the presence of trust. It is the confidence that you are held, guided, and provided for regardless of what is happening around you. And you are developing this kind of peace. It is growing in you like a tree with roots that go deep. Storms may shake the branches, but they will not uproot the tree. Your peace is becoming unshakable. This peace will affect everything in your life. It will change how you respond to conflict. It will change how you handle stress. It will change how you make decisions. It will change how you relate to people. It will change how you experience your days. Because when you have peace on the inside, the outside cannot steal it. Circumstances may be challenging, but you remain calm. People may be difficult, but you remain kind. Situations may be uncertain, but you remain confident. This is the power of internal peace. It creates external stability even when external circumstances are unstable, and this peace is contagious. When others are around you, they will feel it. Your presence will calm their anxiety. Your energy will settle their stress. Your words will bring comfort to their chaos. You will become a peaceful presence in an agitated world, and this is one of the greatest gifts you can give. In a culture addicted to drama, urgency, and reactivity, you will offer rest, perspective, and stability. People will be drawn to you because you make them feel safe. You make them feel seen. You make them feel like everything might actually be okay. Never underestimate the power of your peaceful presence. It is a ministry. It is a service. It is a calling. You do not have to preach or teach or even speak. Just being peaceful in the presence of others is enough to shift the atmosphere and open doors for transformation. So guard your peace jealously. Do not let drama steal it. Do not let offense disturb it. Do not let urgency destroy it. Your peace is one of your greatest assets. Protect it, nurture it, live from it, and watch how it transforms everything it touches. Type 1010 to claim unshakable peace. You are also going to notice that your confidence is growing in ways that surprise you. You will speak up when you used to stay silent. You will set boundaries when you used to people please. You will pursue dreams when you used to play small. This confidence is not arrogance. It is assurance. It is the knowing that you are capable, worthy, and backed by something greater than yourself. It is the understanding that your value is not determined by others' opinions. It is the realization that you have permission to take up space, use your voice, and live your truth. This confidence will open doors that timidity kept closed. It will create opportunities that insecurity prevented. It will attract people that self-doubt repelled. Because confident people are magnetic. Not because they are perfect, but because they are authentic. Not because they have it all figured out, but because they are willing to try anyway. Not because they never fail, but because they do not let failure define them. And you are becoming this kind of confident person. One who tries without guarantee. One who speaks without permission. One who creates without approval. One who lives without apology. This is the freedom you have been searching for. Not the freedom from all responsibility, but the freedom to be fully yourself. The freedom to express what is true for you. The freedom to pursue what calls to you. The freedom to release what no longer serves you. This freedom is your inheritance. It was always yours, but you could not claim it while you were still in bondage to fear, shame, and the need for approval. But those chains are broken now. You are free, truly free, and that freedom will express itself in every area of your life. You will feel free in your relationships because you will no longer need them to validate you. You will feel free in your work because you will no longer do it to prove yourself. You will feel free in your choices because you will no longer make them to please others. You will feel free in your days because you will no longer live them according to someone else's agenda. This is liberation. This is what it means to be delivered not just from external oppression but from internal bondage. And you are delivered. The prison door is open. You can walk out anytime you choose. But here is the thing about freedom. It can be scary. When you have been in prison for a long time, the outside world feels overwhelming. You have gotten used to the limitations. They have become familiar, comfortable in a twisted way. And freedom requires you to take responsibility for your life in ways you did not have to when you were imprisoned. This is why some people, even when given the opportunity for freedom, choose to stay in their prisons. They choose the familiar pain over the unfamiliar possibility. Do not be one of those people. Yes, freedom is scary. Yes, it comes with responsibility. Yes, it requires you to make choices and face consequences, but it is worth it. The fullness of life is only available in freedom. Joy is only available in freedom. Peace is only available in freedom. Love is only available in freedom. Everything you want is on the other side of the fear of being free. So walk through that fear. Step into that freedom. Claim that life. You have been given the key. You have been shown the door. Now you have to choose to walk through it. Type yes if you choose freedom over fear. And as you walk through that door, you will discover that you are not alone. There are others who have walked this path before you. There are guides who will help you navigate unfamiliar territory. There are companions who will journey with you. There is a whole community of people who have been where you are and made it to the other side. You are not pioneering something brand new. You are joining a lineage of freedom seekers, truth tellers, and life lovers who refuse to settle for less than they were created for. Welcome to the tribe. This community will support you in ways you never experienced before. These are not relationships based on what you can do for each other. These are relationships based on who you are becoming together. These are people who celebrate your wins instead of competing with them. These are people who hold you accountable instead of enabling your excuses. These are people who speak truth instead of telling you what you want to hear. These are your people, and they have been waiting for you to arrive. As you connect with this community, you will realize that you were never meant to do life alone. You were never meant to figure everything out by yourself. You were never meant to carry all your burdens in isolation. You were created for connection, collaboration, and co-creation. And now you are finally experiencing what that looks like. Not codependent relationships that drain you, but interdependent relationships that strengthen you. Not toxic connections that diminish you, but healthy bonds that expand you. This is what relationship is supposed to be, and you are finally experiencing it. Type 1212 if you are grateful for authentic community. You are also being prepared for greater levels of influence. Your story will inspire others. Your wisdom will guide others. Your presence will heal others. You may not feel ready for this. You may not think you have anything valuable to offer, but that is not true. Your lived experience is valuable. Your hard-won insights are needed. Your authentic journey is inspiring. Do not wait until you feel qualified to share what you have learned. Share it now, imperfectly, messily, authentically. Because someone needs to hear what only you can say in the way only you can say it. Your influence will not come from having all the answers. It will come from being willing to share your questions. It will not come from being perfect. It will come from being real. It will not come from pretending you have it all together. It will come from being honest about your process. This kind of authenticity is rare and powerful. In a world full of highlight reels and filtered images, your unfiltered honesty will stand out. It will attract people who are tired of pretending. It will create space for others to be real. And in that realness, transformation happens. So do not be afraid to be seen. Do not hide your story because you think it is not impressive enough. Do not downplay your journey because you think others have been through worse. Your story is yours and it matters. The lessons you have learned are valuable. The growth you have experienced is significant. And the person you are becoming is needed in this world. So show up, speak up, share your truth. You have no idea whose life you might change just by being brave enough to be yourself. You are entering the most powerful season of your life, not because everything will be easy, but because you will be aligned. Not because you will never face challenges, but because you will have the tools to overcome them. Not because you will have arrived at some final destination, but because you will be enjoying the journey. This is what it means to truly live, to be present in your moments, to be grateful for your experiences, to be open to your growth, to be committed to your purpose. And you are living this way now. The old version of you would not recognize the person you are becoming, and that is a good thing. You are not supposed to stay the same. You are supposed to evolve, grow, expand, and become. And you are. Every day, you are becoming more of who you were created to be. Every experience is revealing more of your true nature. Every challenge is developing more of your potential. Every choice is aligning you more closely with your purpose. You are on the path. You are making progress. You are becoming, and it is beautiful to witness. Type Amen if you embrace your becoming. There is no rush. There is no pressure. There is no competition. You are exactly where you need to be at exactly the right time. Everything is unfolding perfectly, even when it does not look perfect, even when it feels messy, even when you question whether you are on the right track. You are. Trust the process. Trust your journey. Trust yourself. And most importantly, trust the one who is guiding you every step of the way. You are loved beyond your comprehension. You are valued beyond your performance. You are cherished beyond your achievements. Your worth is not something you earn. It is something you are. And the sooner you accept this truth, the sooner you will stop striving and start living. The sooner you will stop proving and start being. The sooner you will stop performing and start enjoying. Because life is meant to be enjoyed. You are meant to experience joy, love, peace, and fulfillment. These are not rewards for good behavior. These are your natural state when you are aligned with truth, and truth is what sets you free. Not positive thinking, not religious performance, not self-help techniques, but truth. The truth about who you are, the truth about whose you are, the truth about what you are capable of, the truth about what is available to you. This truth is what you have been discovering through your journey, and this truth is what is transforming your life. As you continue to walk in truth, you will continue to experience transformation. It is inevitable. Truth always produces change, always produces growth, always produces freedom. So stay committed to truth, even when it is uncomfortable, even when it challenges your beliefs, even when it requires you to change. Truth is always worth it, because truth always leads to life. Lies lead to death, truth leads to life, and you are choosing life, every day, in every way. And that choice is creating a reality that is more beautiful, more fulfilling, and more aligned than anything you have experienced before. Welcome to your new life. Welcome to your true self. Welcome home.